Now there's nothing more show-stopping at your wedding than your wedding cake. People can't wait to see it. So I'm really excited to be joined by a cake and baking expert. It is Sneha Bashir from 4S Cake. So Sneha, tell me, what was it about wedding cakes that made you really excited and want to become part of the wedding industry by becoming a baker?
Because it's a showstopper, right? The wedding cake is a showstopper. The whole process of designing it, meeting the couples, and kind of setting it up, all that.
All the fun side of wedding planning.
The creativity, I would say.
The creativity, absolutely. So there are so many amazing cake designs around, but what are the key considerations a couple needs to think about when they're choosing their wedding cake?
It depends on their theme, that's one thing. The taste, obviously, that's one thing. The customer service, I would say. And what the cake maker can do for you. Some cake makers are specialists in certain areas and the others are, like for example, buttercream or fondant finish or something like that. So it depends on what the cake maker can do for you as well.
So what do you think are the elements that give a cake its wow factor?
Color, the design, uniqueness. It has to be unique. Yeah.
And I've had a chance to taste your cakes. It was really good. If you've not tried Sneha's cakes, please do go over there. Now, what are the most popular wedding flavours at the moment?
Salted caramel, red velvet and vanilla sponge are the most popular ones with me.
So what time of day should the wedding cake be served? Because I've been to lots of weddings where people have had the most amazing feast and they get too full and they haven't got room for the cake. And that's a real shame for the cake to go to waste. So when do you recommend is the best time to cut and serve the cake?
I know it's not going to happen, but this is the first thing. Again, it depends on the day and what they're planning and all that. I've had a couple recently. They said they're going to cut the cake. The cake cutting is at 11 p.m.
Oh my goodness!
Which is, so it depends on how they like it. But if I had it my way, I would say the first thing.
It's true. I sometimes worry about the cake being out all day. It's on display. It looks beautiful, but it's under all these lights and everything. So there's a lot of things to consider with that.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
In terms of your cake, you're saying you'd like to have the cake cut at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Some people don't cut it till the end of the day, so there's a few risks involved, isn't there? Your cake being on display, does that matter too much, or is it okay?
Not necessarily. I mean, again, this is the thing. As long as you support it properly, it doesn't matter at all. To be honest with you, personally, I would prefer. I don't want any accidents happening, so I would prefer it being cut in the beginning. But like I said, if you support it properly, it will last one whole day without a problem, even if it's a buttercream cake or and also I would say, make sure that nobody runs around it or pushes it or something. But usually the tables, they're quite stable as well. So as long as the table is stable and not wobbly and things, it's perfectly fine.
Fantastic. Of course, the wedding cake is so key for wedding photographs as well. So when you advise couples on their wedding cake, what element do you sort of think about, okay, this is for the photos as much as it is for eating? Is that something you discuss with couples?
That's a good one. Not really, but the thing is, for me, it has to look perfect.
Yeah.
So I will make sure that, obviously there's a back and the front to the cake. But the thing is, I will make, because usually the cake's on display, so all sides should be perfect. But sometimes they want their names or something like that in the front. But like I said, I think for me, when I make it, I would make sure that everything is on spot.
Fantastic. So when you're thinking about your wedding cake, think about those 360 views, think about the flavours and the wow factor. Thank you so much, Sneha.
Thank you.
Real pleasure speaking to you.